The properties that I look for, at least 2x to a 5x return.
So I've seen you talk about Airbnb arbitrage. For the people that don't know what that is, what is that?
Airbnb arbitrage is basically you're leveraging someone else's property and making a profit on there. So I'll give you an example. Suppose you're a landlord, right? You have a property that's vacant, right? You're getting for this example, you're getting $1,000 a month for this property, right? If you rented it out to a regular tenant, if you go to AirDNA and you type that property address in, if it some properties they don't bring that much, some properties do, and especially in the Chicagoland area and the Texas area. It's really good, right? So what you do, you just type in that property address on AirDNA, and it'll tell you how much it's gonna bring. The properties that I look for, at least 2x to a 5x return. So that $1,000, if I can make $2,000, a 2x return, now the landlord's gonna make $1,000 and I'll make $1,000. So I'll rent that property from you, right? I'll furnish the property, and then I'll rent it out to and I'll put it on Airbnb. So they'll give me a 2x, 3x, 5x return, where I'm leveraging your asset that costs you $100,000 for this example, right?
So how do you source those deals?
So you could go to Zillow, Redfin, and what I do is if you go to Propstream.com, you could just go to landlords, the landlord section, or BatchLeads. Those two are the platforms that we use, where you just basically buy a list of landlords in that certain area, and you start calling them. Hey landlord, how's it going? Right? Hey Mr. Landlord, how you doing? I'm actually a Airbnb investor. I was wondering if you have any vacant properties. If you do, I'm willing to rent the properties from you, right? At a higher price. So even if you give me $100 more a month, what do you give it to, or $200 more? Would he give it to you or the second person that's paying him less? The landlords, they're in it for the ROI, right? They're a cap rate. They're like, hey, we need this certain amount. This is what the market is asking for. This is what the market rate is. I need this much, right? For this example, $1,000, right? I need $1,000. Now, if you go to Airbnb and Airbnb is telling you from the comparables that this property could bring you $3,000, you're gonna be like, hey, Mr. Landlord, I'll give you $1,200 if you give it to me. So that's what it is.